5 years. 5 long years of hard work and development for the hackers at Red Mesa Studios, and 5 long years of wait for the passionate followers of the Sonic ROM hacking scene. This is what it took for the people waiting for the end of Hellfire Saga. And then, it happened. Hellfire Saga was finally here. This is a ROM hack developed by ROM hacking group Red Mesa Studios. It saw its initial release back in 2018 in a not particularly favorable state. It was then improved upon time after time with new versions, racking up popularity and awards thanks to the all-new experience it places on top of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. That was until 2023, which saw at the beginning of the year the release of the highly anticipated full game, and then later on, an update at the Sonic Hacking Contest of that year. Of 44 awards that were given out on the contest of that year, 21 went just to Hellfire Saga. The hack also received the first place award from the judges, the community, and the media panel, which cemented it as the uncontested winner of the Sonic Hacking Contest 2023. But how did it pull it off? How did this Sonic ROM hack reach such level of prestige and admiration? I am Giovanni.Gen, and I will be talking about Hellfire Saga, the best Sonic ROM hack of all time. Before I begin, if you're new, you might be rightfully wondering about what this Hellfire Saga even is. In essence, it's a Sonic 3 ROM hack that takes inspiration from various media, such as Castlevania and Ghosts and Goblins, and it brings to the table a new story. I'll be talking about the story in further detail later on in the video, to keep those interested away from spoilers. What you need to know is that, for mysterious reasons, Sonic has been sent to Hell. It is his job to thrive against all of the infernal obstacles out for his blood, and uncover the secret behind what happened to him and his friends. The game takes place in 4 zones. First, Forest of Decay, a dark forest with many different paths, but one that you'll get lost in if you don't know how to explore. Second, Sin City, where you'll be dodging demonized versions of your friends and navigating through poisoning bloody water. Third, Malicious Glance, a zone much closer to the fiery depths of hell, where you'll have to fight armored soldiers as you make your way to the final zone, which is Devil's Descent, in which you'll fight the final boss of the game. But what does each of these zones entail exactly? Let's find out. The general level structure has severely changed over the years, starting from short platforming segments to full-blown Sonic levels with unique gimmicks for each zone. For example, Forest of Decay has a level in which your surroundings will completely change around you as you progress, and Sin City has one where you have to control the water using devices similar to those you find in Marble Garden to progress. However, the levels offer a lot of ways to get through, with many hidden paths, some detectable through clever exploration, and others only accessible to skilled players, also through the use of elemental shields. This offers plenty of incentive to players looking to replay the hack, especially thanks to the all-new EX mode, an exclusive addition to the Sonic Hacking Contest 2023 version of Hellfire Saga, in which your run will be judged based on 4 factors, them being your speed at clearing Hell's challenges, how well you can dodge death, your exploration skills, which will be necessary in finding the game mode's hidden keys, as well as the difficulty you choose. Speaking of, there are 4 different difficulties. Assist mode, which makes boss fights significantly easier to strike down. Normal mode, the intended way to play the game. Hard mode, an extra challenge for those who believe can masterfully best Hell's fiercest obstacles. And finally, Maniac mode, which is just hard mode except you get killed on a single hit. By the way, this hack does not handle getting hit like it normally would in Sonic games. If you've been looking at the footage, you may have noticed in the upper left corner an HP counter. This counter is fueled by the red bloody rings you may see scattered among the level, and getting hit subtracts some health from your meter until you die. And the hurdles you're going to face might just make you die. A lot. Now, I may have said that the game mostly plays like the average Sonic game, but there is one key difference. That would be the bosses. Lots and lots of unique bosses with levels often featuring a multitude of them to take down. Among the boss fights, you'll find enormous creatures and demonic versions of things familiar to you. However, these are nothing compared to the core figures of Hell, who are following the commands of the Master to ensure your stay in Hell lives up to its name. Before I start talking about them, however, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to press the like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos on Sonic ROM hacks. Whether you're a newbie in the Sonic ROM hacking scene and want to learn more about the crazy creations of the community, or a long-time enthusiast of Sonic ROM hacking, looking for representation of your favorite ROM hacks. Now, back to the leaders of Hell. First, in the Forest of Decay, right after defeating the first boss, you will meet the Gloomglozer, the guardian of the gates of Hell that will strike you down with shape-shifting powers if you try to go further. Then, on your way to Sin City, you'll be met by Death, who will seek for entertainment by pitting you against the strongest fighters that can be found. Once tired, you'll have to fight Death itself, and if you can manage to best Death, you'll have to face Shaft, a significantly flashier shapeshifter compared to Gloom. However, Shaft is really only against you to do the bidding of the true Master of Hell. Before I tell you of the Master of Hell, the true leader of this whole squadron targeting Sonic, I must warn you that starting from this point on, the video will get spoiler heavy. As such, if you want to play this game without any major spoilers, you should go to the download link in the description down below and get the Sonic Hacking Contest build right now. Last warning, I will be talking about important story elements as well as the final boss and things that go past them. Stuff that I believe you should experience blind for yourself by playing this ROM hack. However, if you already know what's coming, or if you simply don't care about spoilers, brace yourselves in for your final encounter against the one and only Dr. Eggman. The full story of Hellfire Saga is that Eggman was tired of getting relentlessly defeated by Sonic, so much so that he actually went as far as striking a deal with the devil. Eggman was given the entire army of Hell and the immense power of the devil, and that power was used to craft a super powerful machine, beyond anything you have ever seen before. Especially if we're talking of the Mega Drive, because this is one of the most technically and visually impressive things I've ever seen come out of the console. It feels unreal. But even this beauty of a boss fight doesn't hold a cake to Phase 2. This is it. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen come out of a Sega Mega Drive. A final freefall against this flying behemoth of a boss fight, taking advantage of scaling up plain graphics and sprites, as well as rotating missiles to push your console to the max and to put Sonic face to face with his doom. This boss fight is hard. The fact that Sonic immediately snaps to a relatively high speed, but then requires more time to decelerate, makes this boss much scarier, especially in the section where the boss slashes you. It's still incredibly fun nonetheless. Now, I played both the January 2023 version and the Contest version, and there's been one significant change with the music. January 2023 uses its own original theme for the final boss, phases 1 and 2. This theme is amazing, especially paired to this boss. It makes me feel sheer hype when I listen to it while dodging its barrage of attacks. Now, the contest version keeps the same track for phase 1, but changes the track for phase 2. When I first heard it, I was somewhat disappointed, as I personally prefer the hype feeling of the previous release, but wow does this change the feel of this boss. It makes you feel intimidated and on edge. While I may favor the main theme of Hellfire Saga for phase 2, this track is still a banger in its own right, and if the developers were trying to go for a more intimidating feeling for this boss, I think they pulled it off just fine. Of course, as is customary for Sonic games, all godlike entities powered by Eggman's hand eventually get defeated. And in doing so, you'll be rewarded with an incredibly cathartic end sequence, as well as an enigmatic ending to the evil genius, now about to face a mysterious punishment. And even after the end of the game, it does not stop impressing you, as it brings you to one last credits sequence with splendid visuals and music. And with that over, the game's done. You unlock the level select and you get a teaser for Red Mesa Studios' upcoming fan game Sonic V, or Sonic 5, or whatever you want to call it. However, if you're playing the Sonic Hacking Contest 2023 version, you may be tempted to press the EX mode button, and rightfully so. You probably have either just beaten or already played this ROM hack, so why not play it again but with a twist? I've already mentioned the ranking system earlier on in the video, but that's not the only twist. The twist is that you're playing a new story. A story that slowly gives you more and more hints on your situation. Their suspicion creeps in, and then, by the end, it becomes blatant. What looks may deceive you, you are not playing as Sonic. You are playing as Eggman. You are watching him serve his eternal punishment, as he is challenged by the devil to master life in the body of the one he hates the most, all in search for freedom from his punishment. Again and again, hundreds of thousands of times. Can he do it? Can Eggman someday be free? To be blunt, I don't think I'll be the one to free Eggman from his eternal punishment. I have to go fast, play the hard difficulty, and find some keys if I even want the chance to get a fabled S rank. And that's assuming I don't die once in the process. If I ever wanted to get the S rank, I'd need to use save states, but that would defeat the entire purpose of the EX mode. So I'd need to invest loads of time into actually getting good at the game, something that unfortunately I'm too busy to do. If I ever want to play Hellfire Saga, I'll probably stick to playing it in assist mode. I find it quite entertaining blazing through the levels, especially when I don't have to worry so much about the otherwise really challenging bosses. And that's all I need to say about Hellfire Saga. I think it absolutely deserves all of the awards and praise, and no other Sonic ROM hack matches it in terms of sheer quality. It's a ROM hack you absolutely must experience. What do you folks think of Hellfire Saga? Feel free to write your thoughts down in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I hope you enjoyed listening to me talk about one of my favorite Sonic ROM hacks. If you'd like to listen to me talk about more Sonic stuff, subscribe to the channel and comment down below any suggestions that you'd like me to bring up here. And with that, I'll see you next time.